Good morning. My name is Sweetie Abochi, bringing you the news this morning on the AM show. Let's begin right here in Accra, where residents of Racecourse in the Anya Soutum constituency of the Greater Accra region are worried about the activities of shipping and logistics warehouses in the area. The Landlords Association in the area say the big trucks that load and offload goods into the warehouses pose danger to residents, especially school children, and are demanding the relocation of the warehouses. Rejoice Temefakpesu's report.
Association, they have written several letters to the municipal chief executive, police and other stakeholders concerned, but to no avail. They complain that robbery cases are even higher due to recent power outages. Coupled with this, activities of shipping and logistics warehouses are posing a danger to residents. Joseph Ekol-Mensah is the vice chairman of the Landlords Association of the community. He has been speaking to these concerns raised by residents.
The most scary part of his activities are these 40-footer vehicles, which are parked, 40-footer vehicles, containers, which are parked in front of the houses. One can count about 4 or 5 or 6 these long vehicles parked on this very small road, which endangers pedestrians, especially school children. We have about 2 or 3 schools around this area. And in the morning, you can see parents rushing to school with their children. And it's very, very scary that if action is not taken and the most untoward happens, it will be very, very unfortunate for people who are staying in this area. The person who is using the place as a warehouse don't even have a fire extinguisher in the place. And if maybe certain untoward thing happens, the whole area will be put into flames. Yeah, we have written about 5 letters to the assembly, yet we have not received any response from them as far as action to be taken against him for not using the place as a commercial entity, which the assembly knows that is a purely residential area. But their inaction has resulted in we taking this matter to the courts. If we are pushed to the wall, I think a court will be the ultimate. When we talk about security, it borders on somebody being harmed, somebody, let's say, in case of an accident, this robbery cases.
Residents had this to say about the situation.
I am very much in support, especially with the nuisance of the trucks from this stretch down from the junction there to the back there. I think there are about 3 warehouses in the area, almost on every lane. And I think the main concern is anytime you're driving out or in, you have to meander your way through to reach your destination, because the roads are not that big enough for them to also park whilst traffic can also flow easily. If he could put in mechanisms that maybe the trucks can come in one at a time, or immediately they come, they enter his premises and offload the goods and then go away, I think that will help all of us.
There are a lot of warehouses here, 1 or 2. Here is good for the community. It's good for the community. So probably what the owner of the business is supposed to do is that you put in, safety measures. As the earlier speaker said, maybe one container comes, he enters, another comes, also take off his goods.
3 years or so has seen some activity of miscreants. I had a personal experience about 2 months ago. Somebody climbed over my wall in the night. I think there was lights out. And then he jumped into my compound and started removing our driving mirrors. So they removed 2 driving mirrors of 2 vehicles, my personal one and the other person's car. A generating plant that was working, that was functioning, but somehow they managed to steal it. So
the long vehicles, because of recent power outages, could cause road accidents, and also there's a school located right around that place, and students have been using that route. So maybe they have to use like road signs to alert people that there are long vehicles around, and that when they are using the road they should be careful. That's it.
So, we have a problem over here because of the shipping agents who are posing a hazardous danger for the community, especially the school children. And because of that, on this road you see, the trot drivers and all the drivers coming towards racecourse, they all pass over here, and it's causing a lot of problem for us. On the other hand, the government says they have constructed this road since 2015, but it has not been captured. You can see for yourself what the road is.
Paramount Chief of Achodi, Nana Obombo Sura Lupura II, has denied allegations that he's thwarting efforts of mediators working to ensure peace returns to Nkwanta South after months of ethnic clashes and killings. He says his request for security protection to those meetings was not acceded to, hence his inability to honor earlier peace talks invitations. There's more in this report.
The Nkwanta ethnic clashes have so far claimed 13 lives by official records, with damage caused to several properties. A lot of efforts have been made by authorities and individuals to restore peace in the largest municipality in the Oti region. Business activities have stalled, while a lot more people have left the municipality. Nana Obombo Seura Lupura II, the Paramount Chief of Achodi and a member of the National House of Chiefs, who was conspicuously missing from earlier meetings, says his absence was not deliberate but a failure by those who must ensure his safety at those meetings, failing to assure him of his safety.
These are what people are saying. But you see, people think that when they talk, nobody should talk. And that is wrong. That is dangerous. In a meeting where you finish talking and nobody talks, knows that whatever you have said, nobody is taking it serious. But for me, if you say something that I think it will not help, I will come out. Because if you arrange a meeting that it will be in room A, we have 4 people, and later on you change it to room B with 20 people, definitely I will not show up. Because when you look at what happened in Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara, then when you go to Liberia, what happens there? They will ask you, come for a meeting, peace talk, don't bring anybody, come alone. Then somebody will go and ambush you. In that case, you will not go. Because security issues are very important. But if now that they have assured us that they are going to make security arrangement available to everybody, and we'll have a responsible committee that officially they will write to us that anytime they invite you before this committee, know that it is recognized by the state and the regional coordinating council, why not? We will show up. Other than that, nobody can just sit anywhere and call me, come for a meeting, then I'll just get up and walk to the meeting in the midst of war. No rational person will do that.
He was present at the regional security meeting on Wednesday to deliberate on the way forward at restoring peace in Nkwanta. He shares some insights.
We discussed about peace. School just resumed yesterday, and they need to talk to parents to allow their children to go to school, and they need to talk to our people. They need to talk to our people to stop the conflict, because Georgia is better than war. What we are looking for is development. When there is war, there wouldn't be development. Our health workers, other workers, teachers, people are taking transfer. And eventually, we are going to be the losers. And in every war situation, nobody is a winner. If you think you're a winner, then you are lying. Everybody has received his share. So we should stop. What is going on will not help us. So I'm calling on everybody, those sponsors from outside, those sponsors in the country, those sponsors in Nkwanta, who think they are going to benefit out of this war, it must end. It must end. We should rather talk to our people to lay down their arms and the need to live together in harmony and peace.
Nonetheless, he's calling for ceasefire between the feuding factions in the municipality so that peace can be restored.
I will continue calling for peace. It is not over until it is over. When we see a total peace, then we know we are all committed and we have committed ourselves to whatever we are saying. So I'm looking for peace. I will continue to talk to my people until everything is over. Everybody can move to any part of Nkwanta freely without being attacked by anybody.
Peter Sanu for JoyNews.
Now, the Bimbila Municipal Hospital recorded 0 maternal mortality in 2023. Authorities at the facility have described this as a big achievement. They say that out of about 1,800 deliveries, the hospital did not record a single mortality. Medical Superintendent Dr. Adam Mahama disclosed this at a ceremony to celebrate staff of the facility.
Bimbila Hospital, established 14 years ago, has over the years recorded some maternal mortality, forcing the hospital to put in some pragmatic steps to address the challenge. The measures, according to hospital authorities, are yielding results. The hospital medical superintendent, Dr. Adam Mahama, said some of the strategies included stocking the blood bank at all times and also ensuring the pharmacy operates 24/7.
One of the strategies employed by management was to, lace up with the lab. Okay, to lace up with the lab to ensure that we have regular availability of blood. Okay, blood is one of the products you cannot get in the market to buy. All the other consumables we use in the hospital, you can buy it from the market, but blood you can't. So through the effort of the laboratory in charge, we were able to at least mobilize some units of blood to ensure that as and when we need it, we get the blood. And that has helped. There are even instances at odd hours, midnight, the laboratory staff are able to get us blood when we call for it. Okay, because they have been able, they know people in town who are always willing to donate.
Said, though the hospital achieved some milestone in 2023, there are some challenges it has faced, citing security as one.
Sometimes our staff motorbikes get stolen by, thieves. They walk in at any time, and all this will happen because of lack of law. Do you understand? If you stand by the roadside, you can see for yourself. Is that okay? You can enter the hospital at any angle, and you can leave the hospital at any angle. But if you have a common entrance and common exit, they will be able to, stop some of these thefts that occasionally happen.
The regent of the Nanumba traditional area, in a speech read on his behalf by the Kwanlana Tahiru Osman, commended the hospital for the achievement, adding that it was a milestone worth celebrating.
14 years down the line, 2023 has come to pass, leaving behind an unprecedented record chalked by the hospital. No doubt, the report is that out of 1,800 deliveries, the hospital has recorded 0 mortality. This significant achievement is worth commendation. Yendi and other hospitals have never been able to achieve. So we will definitely be very grateful and be very thankful to God for giving us that honor.
Away from that, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, says government is returning the country to the days of power crisis. Parts of the country have been experiencing frequent unannounced power outages, raising concerns among electricity consumers. Mr. Mahama says a future NDC government will inherit power cuts, a problem the party had earlier resolved. Nana Yaojima has more in this report.
According to the NDC flag bearer, there is a heightened call for the party to return to power due to present economic hardship. Nonetheless, John Mahama believes the The NDC flag bearer was mobbed by people of the Volta region at Sugagope when the Building Ghana tour made entry into the region. At a stakeholder meeting with members of the NDC, Mr. Mahama expressed disappointment in the mismanagement of the power sector. He further commented on the persistent hike in electricity tariff.
Today, Dumso, they are kicking it like a football. Why? Because he wants to kick it over the 7th January 2025 line and hand the trouble over to somebody else. And yet we resolved it before they came into office. Today, they put value-added tax on electricity bills and COVID levy, NHIL levy, GET fund levy, all on electricity bills. And so that is going to send the cost of your electricity bills up. Already there was a 29% increase, there was a 19% increase, then they tried to fool us with a 4% decrease, and now it's going up again astronomically.
Many businesses continue to suffer due to the hike in tariff. John Mahama believes a reduction in government expenditure could help reduce excessive taxes that have resulted in hikes in prices of goods and services.
Meanwhile, John Dramani Mahama is appealing to party members to be prepared to take up roles as party agents in the upcoming elections. According to him, persons putting themselves up for the roles are often not competent enough, negatively impacting the party's fortunes.
According to the NDC flag bearer, there is a heightened call for the party to return to power due to present economic hardship. Nonetheless, John Mahama believes the electorate will not countenance a government that will repeat the wrongdoings of the present government. He explains the expectation of the NDC government if voted into power.
My brothers and sisters, Ghanaians are looking up to us, and we must use the 4-year term that they are going to grant us in 2025 to consolidate our democracy. We must not win the trust and the mandate of Ghanaians only to come and commit the same mistakes that MPP has committed. The 4-year term should be to build a foundation and a platform so that whoever we put there to take over from us who are leaving off would be able to continue and continue and continue. Ghanaians should see that NDC is always the better option. I know these are guys. If they go out of power for one term, they will go and metamorphose and, sprinkle themselves with perfume and tie new ribbons and come back, with their deceptive smiles and try to fool Ghanaians once again. And so our continuation in power would be dependent on this 4-year term. Ghanaians are calm today because they know there's an election coming up. Times are hard, things are difficult, and if it was just left to the natural scheme of things, we probably would not be sitting as peacefully as we're sitting here. But Ghanaians know that in a few months, they have the opportunity to make a change.
Mr. Mahama further cautioned future appointees against arrogance and corruption.
But they are not going to countenance anybody coming and doing the same thing that the MPP have been doing.
Still on the NDC, Upper West Regional Chairman of the party, Abdul Nasir Sani, is predicting a clean sweep of all 11 parliamentary seats in the region for the National Democratic Congress. The party currently holds 8 out of the 11 parliamentary seats in the region. Here's Rafiq Salam's report from Wa.
The Upper West Regional Chief Imam, Alhaji Osman Mahama Kani, in October 2022, launched the Upper West Regional Chapter of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, inaugurated several key committees of the party aimed at reorganizing and re-energizing the party for the 2024 general elections. The NDC says they are bent on not only increasing the presidential votes, but also win all 11 parliamentary seats in the region to give total victory for the party in the 2024 polls. The party currently holds 8 out of the 11 parliamentary seats in the region. The event, graced by former government functionaries and stars of the party, highlighted a resolute commitment to ensuring massive victory for the party in the region. Upper West Regional Chairman of the NDC, Abdul Nasir Sani Bunas, called on supporters of the party to close their ranks and work for the victory of the party in the 2024 polls.
And so he said that with the addition of these new people, he is quite optimistic that come December 7, 2024, we are going to win all the parliamentary seats and give his exceptional. He stressed on the fact that elections are over. Let us put our individual differences aside and champion the collective interest of the party, which is to win political power.
Among the 14 committees inaugurated were the Election IT Directorate, Finance, Communications, and Conflict Resolution Committees. Upper West Regional Secretary of the NDC, Lawyer Charles Luonga swore the appointees into office. Former Upper West Regional Minister, Ambassador Amin Hamid Suleimani, who chairs the Conflict Resolution Committee, speaking on behalf of the various committee members, emphasized allegiance to the NDC's collective cause, urging members to transcend individual interests and ensure unwavering dedications to the party's goals rather than individual interests.
Now, for our last story in this bulletin, there is a big relief for 27 beneficiaries of the Upper West Regional Chief Imams Educational Endowment Fund. Out of the 44 persons who applied seeking financial support from the fund that was instituted a couple of years ago, 27 brilliant but needy students who had admission at various tertiary institutions in the country were able to sail through and had their fees paid. Rafiq Salam again has this report.
The Upper West Regional Chief Imam, Alhaji Osman Mahama Kani, in October 2022, launched the Upper West Regional Chief Imams Educational Endowment Fund with the objective of providing scholarship opportunities for brilliant but needy students at various educational levels in the region and beyond. 16 students were the first beneficiaries of the fund. The second window for prospective applicants for the 2023-2024 academic year was opened in October last year, where 44 applicants underwent rigorous evaluation and interviews before 27 of them came up tops and were selected. Academic fees amounting to 64,906 Ghana cedis and 41 pesos has since been paid to the schools of the 27 beneficiaries. Council Secretary to the Upper West Regional Chief Imams Educational Endowment Fund, Muhammad Sedu, laid bare the process involved in selecting the 27 beneficiaries.
Total of 44 potential beneficiaries sought sponsorship, presenting applications for 37 distinct programs across various tertiary institutions nationwide. After thorough deliberations and careful consideration of submitted documents and interview results, the committee recommended 27 candidates as the second batch of beneficiaries for the Upper West Regional Chief Imam Educational Endowment Fund. Subsequently, distinguished members of the press I am extremely delighted today to reveal that as of November 24, 2023, the school fees for these 27 beneficiaries have been fully settled, totaling a whopping amount of 64,964.41 Ghana cedis. The payment vouchers and receipts have been duly provided to beneficiaries so as to facilitate their enrollment with their respective educational institutions.
More Ministry further revealed that the number of beneficiaries from the Christian fraternity also increased from 1 to 2.
It brings great pleasure to announce a noteworthy development. The number of Christian beneficiaries has expanded from 1 to 2. This uplifting initiative reflects the inclusive spirit of compassion and justice that transcends beyond regional boundaries. Through both financial and in-kind contributions, these individuals, organizations, communities, and clans of WA and beyond, representatives of communities, political parties, Islamic organizations, businessmen and women have enabled the establishment of the fund. But like in the spirit of the well-known Oliver Twist, we cannot help but express our desire for a continuation of the remarkable failings we have already invoked within us.
And that will be all for this morning's news on the AM show. My name is Sweetie Abochi. Benjamin Akakpo is next with a news review. Keep watching.